Amani.
Hi, Nina. How are you?
Hi, Koba. Hi, Baraka. I think I might be melting. Does it always get this hot in Kokotoa?
It always gets hot, but not usually this hot.
We're going to the post office to pick up letters from my friends at my old school. What are you two going to town for?
We're looking for avocados for Mama.
Can't you just get avocados around here?
None left. Not at the market or the shops. So we're trying in town, if the bus will ever get here.
Someday, I'm gonna be so rich that I'll never have to take the bus. I'll have a huge black car and drivers to take me everywhere, just like Shiko.
Who's Shiko?
You don't know who Shiko is? He's the second richest man in the country, soon to be the first. He's so important that a car stays on, waiting for him wherever he goes, so that he can get in and drive off at any time. When he goes inside, they turn on the lights because he never takes off his shades. And they blast AC so that even in his signature black suit, he never breaks a sweat.
I heard he only drinks bottled water flown in from a paradise island.
Someday, I'm going to be as rich and respected as Shiko.
Is he really that respected? Sounds like he has a lot of money. But what does he actually do to earn people's respect?
You'll soon be able to see for yourself. Shiko is coming to Kokotoa, kids.
What? Let me see. It says that Shiko is searching for the perfect location for his state-of-the-art coal-fired power plant.
Cool.
Villages across the region will be competing for the honor of hosting Mr. Shiko's new business. And... he's coming to Kokotoa this week. Yes! But wait, are we ready? I haven't seen anyone doing preparations. We've got to wow Shiko, so he'll build here. We need Shiko to come here. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that happens.
See you guys in a bit.
Hello, Auntie. We're looking for avocados.
Sorry, my boys. I haven't gotten any avocados in over a week.
What? No, we couldn't find any at the market either.
It's because of climate change. Not enough water for the avocados.
What's climate?
Fancy fruit and veg supply. How may I be of service? Sorry, I've still got no avocados, sir, and I don't know when.
Well, at least you got your letter, Nina. But us?
No avocados.
The fruit seller said it's because of climate change. I can't quite remember what climate change is, but if we have it in Kokotoa, then maybe Shiko won't want to come here.
But what is climate change? What's wrong, Nina?
My old school had to close down. It was flooded in a cyclone. My friend Isa says that some of our classmates even had to leave their homes. Oh, I can't believe it.
We're really sorry to hear that, Nina.
I wish there was something we could do from here to help.
Isa says that if I want to help, I should spread the word about climate change. It's an emergency.
Climate change is an emergency? Huh?
I think we need to learn more about it. Come on, guys. Let's go see if Kibena knows anything about this climate stuff.
Don't worry, Nina. We're going to do everything we can to help. What are you doing with all of this, Kibena?
I'm collecting fruit and vegetable scraps for the animals. The forest is getting so dry that they're running out of food. Tiny Tembo told me that the animals never waste food like we humans do. They use every last scrap, even the peels. So I'm collecting them from the neighbors to take to the forest. Can you help?
Of course, but we need you to help us too. We need to learn about climate change and the climate emergency.
So we can convince Shiko to come build his power plant in Kokotoa.
And so, we can help Nina's friends who lost their school in a flood.
Oh yeah, and that too. Sorry, Nina.
I think I know what causes climate change. Isn't it greenhouse gases? Remember, Koba, That time in Mzekigo's greenhouse? So what I remember is that when we burn fuel in a car or motorcycle, or burn charcoal for cooking, or even when we burn our trash, that burning releases carbon dioxide into the air, and carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas.
I'm starting to remember. The greenhouse gases traps heat on the earth, just like how Mzekigo's greenhouse traps in the heat from the sun for his plants. But this is happening to the whole world?
Yeah, the greenhouse gases trap the sun's heat and warm the earth up like a big blanket.
So that explains why it's getting so hot in Kokotoa.
And too dry to grow avocados.
We have to fix this. Climate changed Kokotoa.
I'm trying to, but I can't keep up.
Hey friend, it's good to see you. Tell us, what exactly are you doing to try and fix climate change?
Well, I'm doing what all plants do.
Taking carbon dioxide out of the air.
That's right, my girl. And I'm storing it in my parts as I grow.
Cool!
It's all part of the carbon cycle, but the cycle is unbalanced. You humans are releasing carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases into the atmosphere faster than we plants can pull it out. Don't you know, when we plants die, as long as no one comes along and moves us, our bodies slowly get broken down and buried into the ground by the forest. Over many, many years, the carbon from our bodies gets buried even deeper, and the pressure and heat in the earth pushes all the carbon together and squeezes everything else out. After about millions of years of that, well, the carbon from our bodies has turned into coal. It happens to other plants too. Some turn into the petroleum oil you burn in your cars and use it to make plastics. Some turn into natural gas that you burn for cooking. These are called fossil fuels.
Wow! I'd heard that word but never understood it. So when we dig up coal and oil and gas and burn them,
We're releasing the carbon from our buried ancestors, which was deep down and peacefully under the ground. People used to live in balance with nature, and we thrived together. But over the past 100 years, many countries relied on digging up and burning fossil fuels to create cheap power and grow quickly. And they cut down so many of us trees who do the hard work of taking the carbon back out of the air. These countries, which people like to call developed countries, created a way of living that is changing the climate everywhere.
But that's not fair. Those people did those things. And now we're having droughts in Kokotoa? No wonder Shiko wants to build a coal-fired power plant. We should get the chance to use those fossil fuels just like those places did.
No, Koba. That will only make things worse.
But we didn't cause the problem, Nina.
Just because this problem started long before you were born doesn't mean that you can't do something to stop it. Now get moving along. I've got to keep pulling this carbon out of the air.
Thank you.
you're right. We have to do something. Climate change could dry up the whole world if we don't do something about it.
But my friends say that climate change caused the cyclone that flooded their school and their homes. It's not making everything dry, it's making everything wet.
That's strange. Why is climate change causing one thing here in Kokotoa and something completely different there?
Because the climate is changing all over the world. But that's affecting the weather in different places in different ways.
Hi, Mama Dege.
Hi, kids. If you want to learn about climate change around the world, then it's lucky I'm around because we birds see far more than most. My friends, the plovers, were migrating through Australia and saw bushfires burning as far as the eye could see. But over on the other side of the world, my friends, the geese saw the ice of the Arctic melting and the polar bears losing their homes. The climate is changing all over the world, and that's causing all sorts of extreme weather. From floods and cyclones to boiling hot temperatures, we birds can see that these things are all connected. You humans fly all over the world now too in your jet planes, but you still forget that what each one of you does affects everyone else too.
Sounds a lot like Utu, Mamandege.
That's exactly right. Utu means that each one of us needs to act in a way where we recognize the impact of our actions on others.
There's no way around it. We can't have this power plant.
Nina is right. There are plenty of other sources of energy. Kokotoa already gets plenty of electricity from the dam where my dad works. That produces power without burning anything.
And there are solar panels. We even made that wind turbine and pedal power generator, Koba. Why do we need coal?
It's not enough. Shiko wants to bring us more power. Think about it. We could have a TV in every room and enough extra refrigerators to store avocados even when there's a drought.
What is going on? What on earth are you all shouting and making such a fuss about?
Climate change!
Well, yes. I guess if there's something worth making a fuss about, then it's that. It's good to see that you're discussing this and having a debate. But serious global problems can only be solved through serious cooperation. So you need to respect each other's opinions and listen to each other. Let's respect each other.
But we don't agree. I can't just respect them and agree with them.
Respecting someone doesn't mean you have to agree with them or do what they say. You can listen and really hear what they say. Then, respectfully disagree.
Well, I respectfully disagree with what Shiko's trying to do.
Well, why don't you try and learn why he's doing it first? Come on, let's take a walk today for our lesson.
That must be Shiko. No, that's Shiko.
The ground is too uneven here, sir. We'll have to cut some of the forest to build where it's more flat, sir.
No problem. Find a good site and we can chop down some trees.
Greetings, Mr. Shiko, sir.
Terribly busy. Please, speak to my assistant.
Greeting, Mr. Shiko's assistant, ma'am.
Oh, I'm terribly busy. Please speak to my assistant.
It's a decent site, but we'll have to cut down the forest to clear the space for the power plant. Driver, let's go. Madam Teacher, are these your students? They should learn to do what they are told. Isn't it your job to teach these kids respect?
What you're talking about is obedience, sir. And that's different from respect. Respect goes two ways. They've listened to you and respectfully done what you asked, but now it's your turn to respect and listen to them.
Okay, I'm listening.
Coal-fired power plants are contributing to climate change, sir.
And cutting down the forest will only make it worse, sir.
We've got to respect the earth.
Oh, it is no disrespect, kids. It's just business. The power plant will make lots of money and bring tons of cheap power to the whole region. And there is nothing that people respect more than money and power. Well, I've listened to you, and now time to go.
But that's
How
not
can
enough.
you just build
How
the
can you
power
just build
plant
the
here?
power
It's
plant
causing
here?
droughts and floods.
Heard us.
On second thought, I don't think I'll select this village for my business. I want to go somewhere that they'll show me more respect.
That's what we thought.
We did it! He's leaving!
All right, kids, let's go back to school.
There's gotta be a solution. There's gotta be another way. Hey, Mama, can I borrow your phone to do some research, please?
Okay, darling, but only for 30 minutes.
Ma'am, I have a business proposition for Mr. Shiko.
I cannot believe we actually did it.
We got him to leave and build his power plant somewhere else.
My baby was really angry. She said I was disrespectful and disobedient. She says she's so embarrassed that the neighbors will say she's raised a disrespectful granddaughter.
Well, I don't think that Shiko's acting with respect at all. Are you still Shiko's #1 fan now, Koba?
Actually, I realized that we didn't fix the problem by getting him to leave. He would just have gone and built his power plant somewhere else, and it would still release carbon emissions and impact the climate. It doesn't matter where the power plant is.
What have you done, Koba?
I convinced Shiko to stay.
No!
Teacher Molota, can you go see Shiko again? I think these guys might be surprised by what they find.
We have to finish our lessons, but I'll take you there after school.
We can plant them here.
Hundreds of millions of shilling.
Now that's good business.
How can you...
You'll make a good businessman someday, kid. You are right. We can plant trees here to cover the whole area and extend the forest. And we can get people from around the world to pay us to do it, since we'll be capturing the carbon they're releasing into the atmosphere and store it back in the ground. It's called... What is it called again?
Carbon credits.
The new forest will also provide more habitat for the animals. Thank you, Mr. Shiko.
We may disagree with you about the reasons why you're planting trees, Mr. Shiko, but we support your decision and respect you for it.
If we all agree that this is the right thing to do, let's start now. I want to do everything I can to fight climate change so my friends can have a better future, not one filled with floods and fear.
You say the problem is too big, you say there's nothing you can do. But if you do nothing, then what happens is on you. We've got to work together, everybody, everywhere. We have to change the way we live and start living with care. The climate's changing, so we have to change the way we live. We have to change the way we move. We have to change the way we dream. It's an emergency, so we are telling the world what to do. It's up to me and you. I'm gonna change.
Changing is hard, but isn't a choice. I say those of us who care must shout with one voice.
Hey, it's climate change. We have to do something to fix it today.
I'm going to fight climate change by planting trees. What will you do?
I'll write to politicians asking them to hold big companies accountable for the pollution they create. What will you do?
I'll collect bottles for recycling. Yeah, what will you do?
I'll conserve electricity, always turning off the lights and the TV. What will you do?
I'll tell everyone I know about the climate change emergency through songs. What will you do?
I'll write letters to businessmen with proposals on how going green is good for business. That's what I'll do.
The climate's changing, so we have to change the way we live. We have to change the way we move. We have to change the way we dream. It's an emergency, so we are telling the world what to do. It's up to me and you. I'm gonna change. It's an emergency. I'm gonna change.
We are telling the world what to do.
I'm gonna change, and so must you.
I'm sorry, Kibena. I was wrong when I told you off before. You and your friends have done a wonderful, respectable thing here. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Bibi. I hope you know that I respect you more than anyone else in the world. I mean, what other Bibi would admit to her granddaughter when she made a mistake? That's respectable.
What are you writing, Nina?
Well, a letter to my friend Isa. I've told her, I'm sorry I can't bring you back to your school or your home, but my friends and I are doing our part now to stop the climate emergency. I planted a tree for you today. Love, Nina.
So, I guess Shiko's not so bad after all.
Yeah, so you still want to be like him, Koba?
I still want to be a successful businessman, but I think I have a new idea of what success looks like. I realize that having big cars and lots of money isn't what earns you respect. It's the impact you make in the world and what you do to help other people.
Kids, we've learned from today's episode that just because you disagree with someone, it doesn't mean you have to disrespect them. This week in your Utu Clubs, talk about a time when you disagreed with someone respectfully.
Wiki iliyopita wakati natoka shule nilipanda daladala na nikakuta sita ambazo zina watu. Mimi na wenzangu tukakaa. Baada ya muda mfupi, konda akaja na kutuambia kwamba wanafunzi hatupaswi kukaa. Si akasema kwamba tusimame tuwapishe watu wazima, na nikamwambia basi alina watu. Basi wakija watu wazima tutasimama. Baada ya kumwambia hivyo, alituelewa na akatuacha tukae.
Ila ungekuwa umekosa adabu wakati unatoa maelezo yako. Sidhani kama angekuruhusu.
Sidhani kwa kweli.
Now here is a challenge for you Utu Club members. Organize a debate around a topic of your choice. For example, education is better than money. There are going to be two teams. The team that agrees with the statement and the team that doesn't agree with the statement. Then, during the debate, observe how people respect others' opinions, whether they agree or disagree.
Nimeelewa wazo lako kuhusu elimu kuwa muhimu. Ila sasa, bila pesa utaendeshaje mfumo wa elimu? Pesa inahitajika kwa ajili ya kufanikisha mfumo huo uende sawa.
Naheshimu mawazo yako, ila sikubaliani nayo. Kwa sababu akili ikiwa tupu, sijui utafanya nini hiyo pesa. Yaani pesa inakuwa ina maana tena.
Great points! These kids are debating all their different views in a respectful way. Now it's your turn! You can register your Utu Club via WhatsApp to connect with Ubongo Kids and receive discussion questions, activities, and more for your club. To register through WhatsApp, add this number to your contacts. +1234 900 1234 and then send the word Utu to our Ubongo chat. That's +1234 900 1234. Then select Utu from the menu that you receive. We can't wait to hear from you.
Connecting all of us. Utu, Utu, you for me and me for you. Utu, Utu, I am because we are. Utu, Utu, I live for all of you. Utu is helping others. Utu is giving your time. Utu is caring for others. Aye. Utu is being grateful and having self-confidence. Utu is cooperating. Aye. Utu, Utu, connecting all of us. Utu, Utu, you for me and me for you. Utu, Utu, I am because we are. Utu, Utu, I live for all of you. Generosity, integrity, humility. Responsibility, empathy, equality.
I show Utu by being cooperative.
I show Utu by maintaining peace.
I show Utu by being resilient.
I show Utu by being more patient.
I show Utu by being honest.
I show Utu by upholding equality.
I show Utu by practicing empathy.
Utu, Utu, connecting all of us. Utu,
What is mathematics? Mental acrobatics every day, all the time. Just use your mind. You use math when you measure width and length, solving problems using mental strength. Use number operations like multiplication. The number you'll find is like magic from your mind. Math is a part of everyday life. Just add, subtract, divide, and multiply. Can you solve the problem? Did you get the answer? Just use your brain and you can do it, sir. Now, don't you rush it. Just take it slow. You must be careful. Don't you know? You use math for all things in life. When you eat ugali, you count your bites. In a parade, count the steps you take. Just listen when I rap. I'm using math. Calculate the distance when you drive your car, so you will know if you have gone far. Here's something else for you to count. Can you count the teeth in my mouth? We can measure width, length, and depth, and represent with X, Y, and Z. Math is used for everything. Just do the numbers in your head. Now try to add up all the spots on my neck. How many do you see? And I even use math to get leaves off the tree.
Mathematics, mathematics, mathematics,
Okay.
Mathematics, how I love it. Mathematics, Sing about the magic of mathematics. Mathematics, Making number magic with mathematics. Mathematics, Sing about the magic of mathematics. Mathematics,
Never miss out on new Ubongo Kids videos ever again. Subscribe today and become the first to know every time new fun educational content is available. Simply type Ubongo Kids English on the search bar. Click on the Ubongo Kids English channel page. Click subscribe on the right-hand corner of your screen. What are you waiting for? You are 3 easy steps away from joining the Ubongo Kids family.